Hello, this is Sister Love Real Love, and I am going to discuss cardiomyopathy. My journey with cardiomyopathy was very scary. Um, I've made it through my pregnancy, so I am willing to discuss the things that I did to help improve my heart rate. My ejection fraction was 15% when I first found out I was pregnant with my last pregnancy. Um, and when I was giving birth, my ejection fraction increased to 35%. So what I did was I drank 4 bottles of water a day, and I didn't drink any like juice or anything like that. But however, what I did, I drank my smoothie. So or I juiced myself. But as far as like going to the store and purchasing juice, I did not. And agave became my friend. So, for example, I would use peaches. I like peaches. So I use peaches, agave, and water. And that's good. But that doesn't take the place of water itself. So my water intake, like I said, it's very important that you drink water. Nothing can replace water. Nothing can. So I know of some mothers that have difficulties holding water down. You're gonna have to find a way to hold the water down. Some mothers they drink room temperature water. Some mothers had to drink ice cold water, and I know some mothers had to wait till nighttime till they get settled down to drink water, but some kind of way you have to drink water throughout the day. You can't just drink it at nighttime because that wouldn't be enough. So it's very important you do that. And also, if you had any type of discrepancies or anything like that, you have to let that go and you have to focus on yourself because right now it's very important that you listen to your body because cardiomyopathy is tricky. 1 minute you could be good and then you stand up and you do something and it's like cardiomyopathy hits again. So, um, it's very important. You have to be in tune with your body. So, therefore, you can't focus on what you used to focus on. You have to focus on yourself. And watch your water intake, exercise at least 30 minutes a day. Now, when I started to walk 30 minutes a day, um, I would do 15 outside and then I would just walk in place at home. Walk in place at home and play my music while I walk in place at home. So you walk in place. And keep those knees up as high as you can get it. Don't be, don't slack, you know what I'm saying? But it's I wanna be supportive to someone because I didn't have the support system. I didn't. Like even though I Googled some things or Googled some places that would support women with cardiomyopathy, I would join a group and then they would ask me like, oh, what's your ejection fraction? And I told them, oh, it's 15%. And they were like, oh, you're not going to make it. You at least needed to be 25. And I logged out of that and never returned to that. So I had to motivate myself. Even with my family, I have a big family, but um, people, my cousins from my generation, they didn't have to go through this. They didn't have to go through this cardiomyopathy. Now I know my grandmothers and I believe some of my aunties went through it, um, but I couldn't. I was unable to discuss it with them, so I had to just really focus on myself and really just tune everything else out because nothing else matters when you're pregnant with cardiomyopathy. You're the only one that matters when you're pregnant with cardiomyopathy. Just you. Okay? And it's so important that you take care of you, and it's so important that you watch what you put in your mouth. It's important that you watch what you eat. Stay away from the bread, stay away from the sugar. Please stay away from the salt. And did you know you look on the pack and it says it may have like um, sodium, uh, 850 milligrams of sodium. I did not know that that could be multiplied within the pack. You get what I'm saying? It could be multiplied within the pack. I thought, because I'm so smart, I thought that the whole pack was 850. Just to give an example. I thought if it had sodium, 850, I thought that was the whole pack. But it wasn't the whole pack. I was thinking too fast. It wasn't the whole pack. It's a serving amount. So you eat one serving amount, that's 850 milligrams of sodium. You eat another certain amount, that's 850, and then you have to multiply that. So, and that's 1700. And we don't want that because from my understanding, you can't go over 1200 milligrams. Or, well, you shouldn't go over 1200 milligrams of sodium per day with cardiomyopathy. I should have written notes down from my journey that I took, but I will be sure to do that and post another video. But I just wanted to hop on real quick to give you some support, to let you know that it is possible that you can survive this, because I'm a living testimony. I want to be supportive to you because I didn't have the support system. I started off in one particular hospital and I ended up in another, going to another hospital, because that particular hospital was like, well, we don't have the experience with mothers with cardiomyopathy. And my heart was very fragile at the time. So they didn't want to use me as a guinea pig, which I respect that. They didn't want to use me as a guinea pig. So they were upfront and they were honest and they were like, look, just go to this hospital. This hospital is great. This hospital has experience in this situation. So I want to let you know that just when you go into the doctor's office, it's not the same as going to the hospital. Now, when I went to the hospital, smooth sailing, like smooth. The doctors were pleasant, the nurses were pleasant, the nurse aides were pleasant, everyone was pleasant. But at the doctor's office, they didn't know how to talk to me. And I kept telling them, don't do me like that. I'm already going through what I'm going through. Don't do me like that. And they would tell me like, oh, your blood pressure is high. Yeah, because I'm here at the doctor's office. That's why my blood pressure high. Because when I'm at home, it's all good. And when y'all send me to triage, it's down. It's all good. And I end up going back home because it's good. So it's the doctor's office. And it's not everyone in the doctor's office. But I'm just saying it only takes one apple to spoil the bunch. And it's like they just kept telling me I had to go to the doctor twice a week. They kept telling me it was Tuesday and Thursdays. They kept telling me, oh, well, it's a strong possibility that you would die. It's 85% that you would die. 85%? But let's focus on that 15%. And help a sister out. Like, don't be so cruel. Like this one nurse, she was like, so what's going on with you? Oh yeah, you have a lot going on with you. A lot going on. Really, a lot going on. I just have cardiomyopathy that I'm dealing with. And I know that that is a lot within itself. But I don't need you to make it seem like I got this, and this, and that going on with me. Like, I didn't need to hear that every time I went to the doctor. No one would smile at me and say, oh, it's going to be okay. They said, oh, you could die. You could die. And it was to the point. After going through that for the fourth week, I think I was like 20, 28 weeks when I told them, like, look, you don't have to tell me that I could die every time I have a doctor's. You understand? You don't have to tell me that. And one nurse, she was very understanding. Like she didn't even realize that they were doing it, and she was like, "Well, let me note this in our notes in our documents that you would prefer them not to say that." Yes. Would you prefer them not to say it? It only takes one conversation. So um, don't let the doctors get you upset. Okay? Don't let them get you upset. Drink your water, stay away from the sugar, stay away from the salt, and you can do it because you can use agave.